Hello, I'm down here. There's just so many threats, so I'm up 2 pawns. I like the chess.com's new system of analysis. Yeah, that happened. This is not looking good for our candidate master here. Yo, what is up, guys? It is Daniel back with another video, and today I'm going to be showing you a game where I beat a national master, a game where I beat a candidate master, and then we're going to be playing against the AI Beth Harmon from The Queen's Gambit, very popular on Netflix, so stay tuned for all that. Okay, so if we go to Archive, you can see all of my previous games, and you'll see that I played a candidate master and a national master, and both times I won. So that's pretty cool. Now they are bullet games, so very fast, obviously, 1-minute games. Let's analyze these both. I was white against the National Master, so let's go. So we play Sicilian. Queen takes. This is just a normal repertoire. I actually had a really cool software to help me memorize repertoire like 2 years ago, and then somehow they like locked out my account. And even though you could have 3 devices with it, none of them were working. And it was weird. There's like no good reason to. Okay, here I think he messed up. I remember I actually like took time here. I don't know if it shows the time you spent per move, but I was like, what? I think he's dropping something here, because my thinking was obviously I can take his queen if he takes my pawn, so he has to do this. Now I'm up a pawn. Right, that's nice. And then later I'm gonna win another pawn. Now I get my king out of check and out of the pin. I do think it was a nice move for him to castle still, but I just think it's not as good as it would normally be, because my king's fairly safe on c2. I know that bishop move is threatening, but I think I'm fine. Bishop b5, attacking his knight, just wanting to trade some pieces, you know. Here I was like, what? I'll trade. I figured he was going to take with that knight right afterwards, but I almost forgot to save my bishop here. I almost was gonna play, I think, knight d2, you know, develop a piece, but you gotta protect your pieces. Look at your opponent's last move and see what is my opponent threatening to do. My opponent's threatening to capture on f4. Don't want that to happen. So I defend it and attack his other pawn, and he doesn't really defend this pawn. So yeah, I'm just gonna take, and now I win this pawn on c5. So I'm up 2 pawns. Which is nice, to say the least. But it is a bullet game. I'm very surprised it doesn't show the time. But that's okay. I will tell you, time trouble is definitely a factor for both of us. But I feel like this game I think we both had like 30 seconds here. I'm fine. I'm winning. Feel good about it. Attacks my knight. I just defend because I really like my knight there, so I didn't want to move it. So I just moved my knight back so I could always have a knight there. He attacks my e5 pawn, obviously, with his rook, so I defend it, give it support. Then he attacks my support. I defend that support. Ooh, and he blunders another pawn. So I've been thinking, I really want my knight here, obviously, but his knight's guarding that square. But now I could just take this free pawn. Now, do I take it with the pawn or the knight? My thinking is knight, just because I wanted to fork these two. And then I could also go ahead and put my other knight there if I needed to. Now, the pawn here is like advanced, but now these 2 pawns are both weak. And I can't really push because the bishop guards that square. So with that in mind, I took with knight. And this is a bullet game, so I'm trying to think about this really quickly, obviously. And then I put my other knight here, like I talked about. Ooh, now this is a sneaky move. Very, very sneaky. If I play a nice move like knight here that's attacking his rook, guys, this is checkmate. So I definitely could have lost, but I saw that. So my options were like maybe throwing a check, but then I was like, how does that help me? It doesn't really, so I didn't. I think maybe it actually does. But I still need to do something about checkmate after that. So I went ahead and played b4. Rook check. Did he take? No, he didn't. Oh yeah, he wins my rook here. So probably wasn't wise. Could I maybe have played knight f2? I don't know about that. Maybe that's better. Guarding the d1 square. I missed this knight move. Also, yeah, so if I play knight check first, then I could take that. So probably knight check b4. Playing b4 would have been best. Or just playing b3. But I like b4. I don't know. I just played a move. Oh, now I'm losing. So I've been winning, right? Am I up 3 pawns? Let's count. He has 3. I have 6. So I'm up 3 pawns, but he just took my rook. So now I'm losing. I went from winning this whole game with pretty solid game for Bullet to losing. So I check, and he runs out of time here. So yeah, I won. Again, I lost to this. I was losing to this tactic near the end. I still felt pretty. I mean, I think I'm definitely losing here, but I felt pretty good about my performance. I played well against him, and I caused him to have to think about the game a lot, especially when I won 3 pawns. Like, winning 3 pawns against a National Master, that was pretty cool. So, I felt good about my play, especially up till the very end. I thought I played really well, and hopefully y'all learned something from that. Let's go right into the game with the Candidate Master. Alright, so back to Archives. This guy is a Candidate Master. So he's not a master yet, but candidate master means he's in the. I think he's like applying for a master, or he's like getting there. But he's not quite a master yet. But it's still cool to be a titled player. Oh, let's look at key moments. Oh my goodness, he had 36. Ooh, a close game that was lost by a mistake. Wait, did we get a report for the last one? I don't think we did. Okay, let's look at key moments later. Okay, I accidentally played e3. Yeah, that happened. So I was like, oof. He takes. I just went to like a Queen's Gambit, which we'll be playing Beth Harmon later, so stay tuned for that. Ooh, it likes Bishop D3, but that was my idea, was play Bishop D3. Oh, now it likes Bishop C4. Well, whatever. I remember playing Bishop D3 and thinking, maybe I should play Bishop C4, but I really wanted some idea of like a battery against the king. Queen here. I figured he'd play rook here, but I'm going to castle eventually. Anyways, I want to play a queen move here. I don't think b6 was a good move, because I already had this idea of a battery. I wanted to put my queen here, and now there's always threats of maybe capturing a rook in the end, so I don't like b6. But yeah, so rook e8 makes sense. I castle, and now he should probably do bishop here, maybe. But, I was thinking bishop here. And then if I come here, he could always come. Wait, no, he can't come back. I mean, he'll live. He can even capture here first, take, and then play bishop here, and that guards this. It really does not like this move. I didn't think it was that bad. What did I play? Clearly whatever I did wasn't that great either. Trying to see what I missed. Okay, let's see. I think I played queen c2. Which is fine. I was expecting maybe knight here. He didn't play that. Okay, guys, let's pause the video if you'd like. See if you can find what the winning move for me here was. Oh, wait, I think it accidentally showed it earlier. Lol. Okay, so I could have played bishop here with the idea that I'm then attacking his queen, and I win the bishop and the queen. He only wins my queen. Notice then in that position the rook is here, not guarding this piece, so he can't recapture. He then has to move his rook to like save it, and then I also win this knight, and then this pawn. He could even take with a knight to take. So no matter what, I'm winning this pawn and a minor piece. So yeah, I missed that. Again, it is Bullet, so both of us make mistakes. But his idea with bishop here was obviously he was attacking my queen, right? But I guess I didn't make the best move here. I did still like this though, just because I can attack. Even if he plays here, I figured I could attack and then maybe attack the knight or something. I could even take here. I didn't even notice that it was attacked twice. I just saw attack my queen, figured I needed to stop it. It likes that move? What about this? I mean, I guess maybe it's still his best move, but this seems frustrating for me here. And then I took with the rook, because I didn't see any great follow-up. Can't play knight here, he'll just take it, you know? He played g6. Yeah, not the best move, just because I can take it. And that seems like it's really exposing his king, especially now that my rook's here on the c-file. There's a lot more opportunity for like coming up and moving it over, rather than on the A. I still might maybe want a rook on the E, but my queen will come in, whoops, and then my knight will come in. I don't like g6. What it recommended, knight f6, that's probably better. Position's more solid. And like I mentioned this earlier, but probably king f8 was better. Not getting on this open h file. Then he followed up with g6. And yeah, my queen's just by his king. This is not looking good for our candidate master here. Yeah, this knight is gonna be crushing. Don't know what to say. So he played rook here. Does not like that move. Oh, I remember afterwards I was thinking maybe I should have played rook here, but I also was like, ooh, that's check, so I don't have this checkmate. But it's probably still good enough. If he captures, and then we capture back, I'm now threatening this. I'm also threatening this fork, so checkmate, fork. Maybe just bringing in the rook, that's a fork. There's just so many threats. Probably would have been better. But I just went ahead and did this knight fork. I went for the material. My old chess coach would roast me for this, going just for material when you have a good attack. Yeah, so I am still winning here. Now I have more attacking on this knight. It's still defended twice, so he's good. But my thinking is maybe I can take and then get my rook on his 7th rank, which would be pretty OP. He does not let me get that exactly how I wanted. I wanted my queen and my rook together. I guess with the attacking side, should probably keep their queen. I didn't, so that's kind of awkward. But I also like it's thinking of queen here. And then when his queen blocks, I could take, and now if I ever take this pawn, it's with check. You see that? If I ever take the c7 pawn, if the king's on h7, it's check. So I like that better, but in the game I played this. Again, that's bullet, so just remember that. So I win this pawn, his knight attacks mine. I attack his bishop. Now here, I was thinking, oh, I just won a minor piece because of rook a1. It's not that simple. He defends the knight, and then I was like, oh, I didn't even see knight b4. That probably would have been better. But bishop, the bishop moving away defends the bishop, or saves the bishop, and defends the knight. So I can't just take this knight. So then I go to attack the bishop. He moves the bishop, and attacks my rook. So I continue to attack his bishop. He plays bishop e3. I do this check. Yeah, rooks on the 7th rank are best, so I probably should have put it there. I just continue to attack his bishop, and here he blunders. It happens, especially in bullet games. I then take the knight, plays rook here. I was thinking he'd go for a rook here to go for like a back rank mate, but either way, I think I was like hovering over f3 because it gives me an escape square and it attacks his bishop. So f3, bishop back. Now I take the pawn with check. I can afford to do that. I played rook here just so I can hopefully win this bishop with rook here, and indeed I do. And king there is not such a great move, I don't think, but he doesn't have that many options. I now realize I probably should have played this because I really was just going to try and trade the rooks. Make it as the least complicated as possible to try and win by time. Or rook a4 would have worked. King there. Rook. And then I was thinking, I feel like I have a mate here or something. Maybe I realized right after this game, or right after I played my next move, I think I should have played rook e4. Just go for the trade, and then win this pawn, and there's no way I can lose. Worst thing is a draw there. But I went for this. That's okay. Computer likes that. Rook there. Ooh, check. Yeah, I probably should have played the rook e4 in my opinion now, but world won't end. And then I was going to go back for this trade. But that's when the game ended. Let's see what the computer thinks are the key moments. The last book move. Okay, cool. Queen c2 is a blunder. Yes, yep. And are those the only key moves or key positions? Huh. Maybe not. There's more. Yeah, okay, yes. So basically, remember here it was saying rook e1 is better. Okay, it's summary. I like the Chess.com's new system of analysis. I like their new system of analysis. I think it's better than just the computer giving you numbers, you know? It's more personal almost. So yeah, those are my wins over a national and candidate master, respectively. Now let's play Beth Harmon.